Hey guys, today we're going to talk about custom filters in Breeze Booth and Remote Pro. If you're not aware, you can create your own filters in LUTs or lookup tables with your specific color profiles, right in Photoshop, and then save them as a filter to be used in Breeze Booth and Remote Pro. So you're going to start on the Breeze website, come to Downloads and Support, go to the Help Guides. You can just type in filter. You'll see creating custom filters and LUTs. Here's the page for it. If you click the download button here, it'll take you down and you can download the Photoshop file. You do need Photoshop to create these. It is a PSD file. All right, so once you have it downloaded, let's open up Photoshop. This is the file that you get. So you get a sample photo here. This is the pattern that actually creates the filter file. And then you have some base adjustments that are added here already into the PSD. So when you're creating this, anything that can be done in the adjustments panel as an adjustment layer will work on the pattern. You can't add different graphics, actual pixels into it. So it just has to be something that you can do from the adjustments. But with that, there is a ton of creativity. So let's just start with the first levels layer here. Double click to open the levels. And if you know anything about levels or Photoshop, you can play around, create what you want. So let's see. Let's just move some of these around, see what we get. Okay. And let's pull some of the blues out. Okay. So if I like the way that looks, I'm going to turn on the pattern file here and you'll see it. And now if you turn on and off the levels file you just created, you can see the pattern file change. So you need to save this as a JPEG. It will only work as a JPEG. Breeze uses its own formula to use this file to apply as a filter. So let's save it to the desktop. I'm just going to name this filter 3. I have one save, we'll replace it. All right, let's turn that levels off. Let's work on another one. Go back to seeing the photo. And you can, of course, swap in your own photo if you'd like. You don't have to use this one. Let's turn on curves. And let's just do a little high key look there. Wash out some of it. A little bit of contrast in and out. Good. I like the way that looks. We'll save this. It's filter 4.jpg. Save. I'll replace that one also. All right, we'll do one more. So this is a hue and saturation layer. Let's colorize the image. Yeah, let's do an orange look like that. Why not? So we'll save the, turn on the pattern file. Save this as filter 5. Save it to your desktop. Okay, once you have your filter files saved, you're going to want to put them into your event folder, whether it's Breeze Booth or Remote Pro. So I have filter 3 here. 3, 4. Drop those in, and here's filter 5. We'll drop that in. All right. Come to your event editor. And let's just regenerate the manifest so we make sure it sees the files. So there's 3 different ways you can use the filters in the programs. You can use it as an overall color for all files. You can set the filters as touchscreen options and let the guest choose. Or in the print layout editor, you can also set individual photos to be different color filters. So if you just want to start with the base, you want everything to look the same, come to style. So normal would be what a normal color, what it normally looks like. Let's choose filter 3. All right. We'll go to OK, save the changes. All right. I'm going to pull up Breeze Booth here. This is the Mac OS version, if you haven't seen it yet. All right, so let's just make sure that our event is updated and the filters are pulled in. Just going to sync that quickly, make sure it's good. All right, let's start it up. All right, so you can see this is filter 3 applied. Very dark, obviously. But if this is the look your client's going for, perfect. Let's jump back out for a second. Let's go back into the event editor. And if we look at the touchscreen actions here, you can see I created these buttons here. So the first one is color style normal. Then I have filter 3, filter 4, and filter 5. So this is the second way that you could set it up and let the guest choose different filter options. So we'll save that. Let's go back into Breeze. All right, so if we click normal, this is what normal looks like. Filter 3 is what we had it set to as the default, but you can still select it here. Filter 4 was the other one we created, then filter 5 is the orange look. And there you go, you can see how that comes out. So if you start it, 3. All right, so these are graphics from an old event, but you can see it applied it to all 3 photos. All right, now the last way that you can do it, let's go back to the event editor. And let's go to the print layout. So for photo 1, right click, edit photo position and effects, and you could select the filters from here. You can have actually 10 different filters installed to use here. So let's make this one filter 3. We'll make this one filter 4. And we'll make this one filter 5. Obviously, you do the same on both sides, but for the sake of this, we're just going to show that quickly. Save, yes, okay. Let's just resync that quickly. Okay, so we set each photo to be a different filter. That's only for the print layout. That's not going to work on the GIF. All right, so we'll show it here. If we pick just filter 4, doing it from this way is only going to apply that filter 4 to the processed photos and the slideshow GIF if you're using those. The 3 separate filters that we selected for the 3 different images will apply to the print layout. So let's just run through this quickly. All right, so that's filter 4 applied to these images in the slideshow. But if we go to the folder that has the actual output files, we'll go to my Dropbox. Let's go to the print copy. You'll see here the images have the different filter applied to each one. If you're doing this in Remote Pro, the same exact things applies from the print layout editor. You'd go to your edit position for your photos, and right down here you can select the filter. Same thing, save the filter as a JPEG, put it into the event folder, and all 3 things that I showed will work in Remote Pro exact same way. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Let us know what you think. You know the deal. Like, subscribe, comment. If you have any questions, please let us know. Stay tuned. We have a lot more videos coming over the next few weeks. See you soon.